I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin breakdown.
I can't let these niggas knock me off my pivot. God sat me down and talked to me, I listen.
Did you hear? Kodak Black has released a brand new music video for a song called If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin, which he released out of the blue. Both the song and the video have a lot of hidden meanings, so make sure to stay tuned throughout the video to not miss a single thing. You don't want to miss this, especially number 3. Be on the lookout for the new giveaways we have going, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Number 6. Back from jail. It should be noted right off the bat just how important If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin is to Kodak Black. For you see, this is the first music track he has released since his arrest and conviction back in January of this year. Kodak Black has often been in trouble with the law, and has even gone to jail in the past, but with this stint, it was something much different. He was arrested in Florida for multiple things, including but not limited to grand theft of firearm, 2 charges of possession of weapon or ammo by a felon, possession of marijuana over 20 grams, neglect child without great bodily harm, and 2 probation violation charges. He was released from prison in August, and since then he's been relatively quiet, no doubt because he was taking the time to not only think, but also to make If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin. While it may be easy to shrug off what just happened, it needs to be said that these charges were very serious, and the fact that he got out of jail by August proves that he was off on good behavior and that he got a really good deal. But in truth, he's not out of the woods yet. He's still got a case going on against him in regards to a misconduct case that happened last year and that he was charged in. What's more, if he gets in trouble again, the sentence, depending on the charges, will be a lot more severe. Kodak Black needs to be very careful if he's going to not only stay out of jail, but also keep making music. And if the lyrics of If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin are any indication, he's learned some lessons from his last stint in prison.
God sat me down and talked to me, I listen.
Number 5. Message from God. We've all heard stories about people who went to jail and yet learned nothing from their experience, and then went out and did stupid things that led them getting back right into jail. Well, in If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin, Kodak makes it seem as though that's not going to happen to him, for he sings, God sat me down and talked to me. I listened. I was in that cell. He told me that I'm gifted.
God sat me down and talked to me, I listen. I was in that cell, he told me that I'm gifted.
Now, whether he actually heard God is a bit up for debate, though there has been plenty of stories of people from prison who had a come-to-Jesus moment, and the moment they got out, they turned their life around, which is great. Which leads us to the question, will that be the case for Kodak Black as well? Well, maybe. And it's all because of the line that he sang next. Thank God told me that I'm gifted. Why should this line matter? Well, it's all about perspective. Specifically, the perspective that if you have a gift, you shouldn't waste it. And sadly, there have been many people from many different professions in the walk of life who have great gifts, and yet have made stupid decisions that ruin their careers, including sending many of them to jail. So if we take this from that value, Kodak Black is singing that he isn't going to let his gift go to waste, and that he isn't going to keep making these mistakes so he doesn't keep ending up in jail. And this is a good thing. This realization is what he truly needed. There's no doubt that he's talented, but he's gotten in his own way more times than not. Again, the last time he went to prison was because of numerous charges, including probation violation because of his last stint in jail, and he'll be on probation again. So if he truly believes that he's got a message from God, then he'll be on the straight and narrow for quite some time. Only time will tell though if that actually happens, but for his sake, I hope he not only does it, but acts like he got that message, because we don't want him to go to waste. We just want him around for as long as possible to make more awesome music for all of us to enjoy. Number 4. Reading between the lines. One of the other downfalls that has happened to people who have fame is that they don't always surround themselves with people who have their best interests at heart. Sometimes they join up because they see a way to move up in the world. Other times it's so that they get in the limelight and the parties with the stars. And naturally, sometimes it's all a money thing. After a stint in jail, it's clear that Kodak Black realizes that not everyone who's around him are out to help him, but rather to help themselves. I ran out of money, had to pay attention. All the people that was around me, they ain't have my best interest. You ain't have my best interest. You lazy with your loyalty and your position. And now I gotta execute, cause you don't listen.
I ran out of money, had to pay attention to all the people that were around me, they ain't have my best interest. You ain't have my best interest.
Right here, Kodak is blasting everyone who used him or tried to use them in the past, and states that this won't ever happen again, and that he won't let people continue to use and abuse his status and his singing, even if that means going alone or only having a few good friends. he'll take that risk, if that means being in a better position.
And throw away on me, dumping with precision. I know Charlotte only on my trail, cause she see a ticket. I read between the lines and people their intention.
Kodak Black is fed up with people trying to get in on what is his, or mooch off his money and fame. He's done with that. And anyone who's going to try and do that or continue to do that is going to get cut off. So you should consider yourself warned and know what's coming.
I had to press that bump, I had to feel it. You know if it ever come down to it, it ain't the way.
Number 3. What is best in life? Much of If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin is honestly a look at what Kodak sees in his life. And though he drafts some very typical hip-hop rap lyrics, he does ask some very philosophical questions that need to be answered by both him and the people around him. The best one being, why hit the top to go back to the bottom?
Why hit the top to go back to the bottom?
That might be one of the truest questions asked by this generation, and yet it's something that a lot of singers, actors, athletes, and even more struggle with. Because there has been a lot of people living the high life, and then they do things to crash it all the way back down. And more times than not, it's all preventable. It's a choice that they make that they think they can make because they're on top, but then they get caught and realize it wasn't worth it. Yet they can't go back and change it because it's way too late. And Kodak Black has not only seen the bottom, he's worked hard so that he didn't have to see it again. I knew I was a star when I was selling hard. Everybody told me I would make it when I was on the block. See, before the rap shit, I was jacking cars. I couldn't get on my time because I was doing fraud. So he understands what it's like to scrape by and not have anything to your name. And it's clear that this recent prison stint has shaken loose those memories and reminded him how hard he has to fall. He doesn't want to fall anymore. He's tired of it. He's tired of screwing himself over, so he's done with it because he realizes what he has is meaningful, even if only to certain people in one part of the world, so why give that all up? Number 2. Learning from his friends' mistakes. Kodak Black isn't just learning from his own recent mistakes, he's learning from the mistakes of his friends, who didn't get off so lucky like he did. Twice in If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin, he references 2 of his friends who are in jail because of their own mistakes.
They set my nigga cool on the fucking run. When they let him out of prison, I'll be 31.
Given the context, it's clear that when Cool went to jail, he was young, and when he gets out of jail, he's going to have missed a nice chunk of his life for the crime he committed. And yet, that wasn't even the worst of the ones that Kodak knows about.
Me and my nigga Lil Marcus tearing up the wire. It hurt me to my heart, I heard they gave him 25.
25 years is a long time to be in prison. And truly, that is a large chunk of your life gone. A fourth of it if you want to round up to living to 100 years. So not only does it make sense to hear that seeing him go away for that long hurt Kodak Black pretty bad, it's also believable that he really doesn't want to go away for that long. Because if he does, there's no reason to believe he'll bounce back in terms of his music career. After all, there are some up-and-comers every year making their names, so if Kodak Black goes away for that long, his name will be a memory in the terms of the music industry. That's as bad as a death sentence. Whether it's his intent or not, Kodak Black is looking at things from a new perspective, and seeing that he doesn't want to meet the same fate that his friends have, so he wants to be on the straight and narrow. Stay on target. Number 1. Living life. The music video for If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin is a bit odd given the lyrics, and yet it meshes with what he's trying to say in a loose way. First and foremost, he's free, and he's using that to his benefit by doing a lot of things he's wanted to do, such as getting it clean, going to the beach and having fun, wearing the clothes that he wants to instead of the ones he's forced to. He's also seen a lot near a plane flying from place to place. All of this symbolizes that he loves the life he has, and he's glad to have it back. He even pokes fun at himself at times with these special effects that he has going on in and out of the video. Which brings me to the next thing. It looks like a home video in many aspects. From the use of the camera to the effects and the way the shots are taken, this is a view from his life now that he's back out of jail. And he wants to make it clear that he's back to living life the right way. And to top it all off, they show him getting out of jail in the beginning of the video, burning the gear that he had on when he went to jail, and then cuts basically right to the shot of him with his child, of whom he neglected and got arrested for in part. This is the perfect visual to symbolize that he understands what he did, the people he hurt, and what he did to himself, and that he's trying to make the most of the chance he's been given. What do you think of this breakdown of If I'm Lyin, I'm Flyin by Kodak Black? Do you find a new appreciation for the song? What do you think was the best part of either the video or the song itself? Did you see something that I might have missed? Let me know in the comments below. And be ready for the next video, where I break down more rap songs. Hey, just a reminder that we're changing up the giveaways. From now on, we're offering the Galaxy Note 9, the one that comes with the exclusive Fortnite skin, the new iPhone X Max, which we'll pre-order for you, and the new Apple Watch Series 4, which we'll also pre-order for you. The winner gets to decide between these three. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video for a chance to win. You got nothing to lose. Go for it.